Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Ingram. I am back yet again with the hand. We have our hands everywhere we go. We use our hands for a lot of things. Hello, to pick up a pencil, to put it on the paper and trace. Well, I already have a pre-traced hand. So what I want to introduce to you all is something called optical illusion. So you can follow me as I do several steps. For this project, you'll only need a regular pencil. Your lines don't have to be straight, but if you like really straight lines, you are welcome to use a ruler. But for this, today, I'm not going to use a ruler. I am going to simply use lines. Shall we begin? I've slightly turned my paper, and what I'm going to do is a series of lines going across. You can even go along the lines that you've already drawn to represent the outer line drawing of your hand. So I'm just going to go straight across, and if it should happen to curve, that is just fine. Now, as you can see, that line is a little bit closer than what I've previously done, but that's okay. I'm going to continue to draw. Now, there isn't anywhere else for me to go, so I'm going to pretend that this outer edge continues on. Stop it there. Continuing right on through the next finger. Just take each line continuously through the thumb, making sure that you do have some space in between each line. Now, what I have drawn, if we turn the hand this way, horizontal, going across. If I turn it this way, we're kind of going at a diagonal. Now, making sure that your hand is vertical, which is going to be up and down, I'm going to draw lines from my left to right, trying to keep an even amount of space in between each line that I draw. If you notice, I am not drawing too fast, taking my time, being as neat as possible, because this is not the final step. This is just step 3. Continuing on with the lines, once again, my hand has stopped, but I'm going to continue going through. Now at this point, I think I'm going to curve just a little bit, slightly introduce a curve here. Remember, as always, not looking for perfection, just to do your very best. Okay, now, almost completely finished with that thumb. This may be the last one that we do, going through to the thumb. And now we're going to continue to go on through our fingers. Remember to take your time. You don't have to rush. If you do make a mistake, that wonderful invention on the end of your pencil is called an eraser. Okay. Now working my way to the final line. I'm going to end there. Now, the first thing you did was to trace your hand. That was step 1. Step 2. We did lines going across our hand. Your paper can be turned either horizontal or vertical, and you still have to go across. The third step, paper was turned vertical. Lines went across. Now, we're ready for our fourth step. Pay very close attention. I am going to take a wavy line and cut through my hand. Final step, I am going to start to color my spaces. Black, stop. Moving on, we've got to look at a pattern that we are about to create. I started with filling in my black space at the top. Only using our pencil. Black is at the top, white is on the bottom. Black is here. What should be next? White. What should be next? Black. As neat as you can get it. If this is black, this is going to be white. Then this will be black. Next space is going to be white. This space will be black. This will help you to focus. You'll end up being real careful where you're going to place your next shade. This is black. This is going to be white. Then this is black. Just to save a little bit of time, to make sure that we're on the right track, I'm going to use my pencils to mark my space that I'm going to fill in with black. So since this is black, this has to be white. Next space is going to be black. This is white. This is black. White, black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white, black. Now, pay extra close attention because now you're on the next row. This is not the next row, people. This one is. Because that's black and the line cut through it, this space is going to have to be white. Next space, black. Next space, white. Then this will be black. Ooh, do we have two blacks by each other? No, because that teeny tiny spot is white. This is black, this is white. This is black, that stays white. If this is white, this is black. Remember this one thing. If you're going in the right direction, which means if you're shading everything correctly, you will never have two white or two black spaces side by side. Side by side means next to each other or up and down. We can have it diagonal. This is correct. Two white, two black. We can do that. If this is white, this is black. Now, depending on the space that you have in between your lines, that determines how small your squares are going to be. I made mine a little small you can make yours a little wider. This is white, this is black. The goal of this assignment is, by the time you finish, we should be able to see your wavy pattern. Okay, make my dots so I'll know where everything is, and this will help me go a little faster. Okay, I'm going to move a little faster now. You're welcome to do this with a marker, colored pencils, or crayons. You can choose to pick one color or you can do two colors, but I wouldn't do more than two. Which means instead of having black and white, you may choose red and blue, orange and blue, red and black, pink and purple. Now what I'm doing, just to clean this up a little bit, I'm going to go around the edges of my squares because I want it to be as neat as I can possibly get it.